come here, they make decisions, and at the end of the day, we are really paying for the.
All right, thank you,
So I want people to be in mind that, to have it in mind that as soon as you pass, if you pass this bill tomorrow in Parliament tomorrow, if you do it and you commit your suicide, the way you want to do it, definitely the president will put the signature on the following day. He will put the signature. It will go. So, but what will be in place for us? What we are after is service delivery, a seamless continuation of services. But that's not coming out of his mouth.
It's not coming.
What we want to see, these people really embracing, in case of unforeseen circumstance, happen at Parliament passes this bill, what would be the, in place?
Okay. I see Honorable Hillary raising his hand.
Acting with them at the field. Actually, most of the works have stopped because they are demotivated. Some people have even started resigning. I called someone, told me that my colleague is in Congo. He has crossed. Some people have left already because they are fears. Because
so, honorable colleagues, let the minister first. So, honorable minister, the issue of the memorandum.
Yes.
That was a matter of debate on the floor.
That's right.
If you could, if I could invite you to specifically speak to this.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you.
just a second.
Yes.
You see, yesterday we were in troubles in the Uganda Post Limited. Mr. Chairman, we were informed as Parliament that during that time of rationalization and privatization, a number of people were affected. Government has not paid them up to now. They went to court, and then the government lost the case. They were awarded 45 billion shillings in 2014 because of restructuring and privatization. Up to now, they have not been paid. Mr. Chairman, you are aware that we have people who worked in the UEB. Up to now, they have not been paid. Mr. Chairman, there are people who worked in the EAC. Up to now, they have not been paid. Mr. Chairman, we have our people, fathers, who were restructured in the Uganda Railways. Up to now, they have not been paid. Now, we would want assurance that these people, how many are going to be affected in UNRWA? How are you going to absorb them? Where is the money? Where is the roadmap for paying them? That's where we have the fear. Because already we have precedents in court that people have not been paid in the past because of privatization and rationalization. Because they are here. If we pass the thing today, in the morning, in the afternoon, the president was sent to it. What happens to their situation? Because there is already trouble in the past.
All right, let's give the minister the opportunity to.
Paying attention to those concerns that you have raised. Definitely, I think when we are discussing this matter, I think we could avoid conjecture and pessimism. You see, people talking as if, yes, this is a fact, which has not happened. But anyway, that's beside the point. I would like us to go systematically. Let me invite you, Honorable Chair and members, to go systematically to all these issues that you have raised. The memorandum, yes, my minister here and the PS talked about the memorandum broadly, and now we are going to the details of that memorandum. If you look at page 9 of my, there's a table on top there, for the Uganda National Roads Authority. You have something to do about wage and so on and development, and then the costs amounted to 46.443 billion, and then the number of staff affected, that is 1,577. The terminal benefits for these staff members were calculated. We agreed with all the stakeholders, came to 46.443 on page 9. And page 9. Let's go slowly.
Page 9 of 37.
Page 9 of this document. Page 9 of 37. In other words, there's 37 pages to this document. Now we're on the 9th page. Yes. So we are looking at the cost implications for mainstreaming UNRWA into the Ministry of Works, Transport. The cost is that the terminal benefits for the affected staff will be 46.443 billion. And when you subtract that from the...
Just a minute. You know, when the minister is the super here, when they talk of 46.4 billion, is it in tandem with what you have? That one is simple. Let them tell us also. No, we should. No, we should.
Systematically.
Yes, it's okay.
These gentlemen from UNRWA and ladies have been given a slot. Yes, they are going to make a presentation after I've made my presentation. That's when issues will come in. But now, if you begin question and answer, we might not end. So, really, but what I'm saying, Honorable Chair, is that we discussed all these issues with all the stakeholders, and we came to this.
Okay, Honorable, let's...
And
Chair, you see, this is not the first time. The figure at that time was 227 billion. So we want to know where the other 150 billion has gone, so that we are in tandem with what is actually happening. Maybe at this time can come in to tell us if we are correct or wrong.
You see, Honorable, put them against their ministers. They will have their slot, they will present their facts, there will be questions against their facts. Now, when the minister says 40, and you want Aaron to say 100, and then the minister goes and tells the president, Aaron contradicted me. Really, are you not slaughtering Aaron? So let everyone, let everyone present their case. Let everyone present their case, and we understand their case independent of each other.
Chair.
And then we'll make a decision. Yes.
But Chair, Means of Works. Yeah, this document. From Means of Works.
Let's follow Honorable Kero. Here.
Page number 18.
Page 18.
Paragraph 2. Paragraph 2, the bottom, the fourth line there, which the statement which begins from with therefore. Page 18. Now, Means of Works as stated. No, 18 of this document.
For the minister's statement.
Minister's statement.
Okay.
Of the Minister of Works.
Minister of Works. Yes.
But you see, I wanted, just wait, take note of all the issues you want to engage Honorable Chair on. Are we clear?
Yes.
Let Honorable Murur finish. Because
there's already, because now, down here, I'm reading verbatim, saying, therefore, one-off payment terms affected staff, page 18, of UGX 196 billion ceiling, to be verified by means of public service, is less costly to government compared to continued sustenance of UNRWA in medium term. So, but now here, Minister of Public Service is now alluding to only, no, in total, comes to about 57 billion ceiling.
okay, let him respond.
Which is sought by over 140 billion.
What is Mr. PS? Mr. PS, do you want to come in, or Honorable Minister continues?
Chair, the minister should go and harmonize the figures, otherwise we shall be capturing wrong things.
Let him respond. We have asked.
Let me respond.
It was 11 billion shillings. And now today, the minister is talking of 196 billion. So really, you can see from 196 billion that the minister is saying today, and the other day, the certificate of financial implication was talking of 11 billion. So, how are we proceeding?
By the way, is the certificate?
And it's going to be presented here.
copy, Mr.
Honorable Chair, and the ministry has a copy. Honorable Chair. Yes, Honorable Chair. The process.
Honorable colleagues, let's hear Honorable Minister.
The process of harmonizing, I can say, has been circuitous. It's not been a straight process. That's why the figures have been changing here and there. But we held a stakeholders meeting under the chair of the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Minister of Finance was available, the Attorney General was available, UNRA was available, Minister of Public Service was available, and we went through all these figures. And at the end of that meeting, it was agreed irrevocably that what is supposed to be given as terminal benefits is actually 46.443 billion shillings to staff, affected staff of UNRA. And this is, I would like us really to be a little bit patient.
Yeah, exactly.
So that we can get through this as quickly as possible.
Yes.
And then if there are issues to be raised, we are still here. These issues will be raised, and we are not in a hurry.
Yes, I agree with Honourable Minister.
Yes.
That let's take note, because otherwise he will not finish.
We shall not finish. But on page 9 shows how much we are likely to save. Now, the other issue of the memorandum, I'm coming. Honestly, let's be patient. And
when the minister tells you he's coming,
yes,
he's coming.
And sometimes it is best enjoyed when it is slowed. Not so.
So Sylvia, take the minister's word, he's coming. Let him finish.
Now, if we
once we are not convinced, how to go to the house, present a report, convince the house to take you to do what you want as minister.
But how do you get convinced before you are going to listen?
No,
You listen.
be consistent.
If I'm talking sense, you'll be convinced.
You just want
If I'm talking nonsense, you will be convinced.
You don't want everything you have, no.
I'm pointing to that, exactly what you want. We are not here to,
Okay.
Let's turn page 13.
Honorable colleagues, let's listen.
Let's turn page 13.
amount to 46.443. So the number of staff affected is 1,577. Now if we look at the terminal benefits of 46.443, you have a balance of 57.191. This is in the certificate of financial implications for finance, which I think has been attached. And this was arrived at, as I said, through computations, through a meeting of the stakeholders under the chair of the Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, mine is a simple one through your office, Chair. And since the two ministers are here, whether they sit in the same cabinet and sit in the same meeting, because these two documents we have are from both ministers, the line minister of the sector and the one of public service. We have a figure from the line minister which is talking of a different figure. Now public service is also bringing a different figure. This is where we go wrong, Chair. So through your office,
at least for a very long time, you are aware it's in the same cabinet. He sits in the same cabinet.
Freedom fighter.
Mr. Chairman.
Freedom fighter.
Okay, Honorable Chairman, that's for
colleagues, this is, I just wanted to correct of the minister. If you looked at my statement, page 19, page 18, 212, response by minister, that last paragraph, it states, therefore, a one-off payment in terms of terminal benefits to UNRA affected staff of 1 196 billion. Then you put in bracket, subject to verification by Ministry of Public Service. So 196 was what was estimated initially. Now the Ministry of Public Service, the Ministry of Public Service was, because that is their duty to compute payments. So they went and sat and technically, they technically came up with 46.
Okay.
Public service, the one.
You see,
yes.
While I would very good argument, but why would you bring it in a presentation of today? If after the minister has told us you sat reconciled, because it is subject to him, you have sat reconciled, you are presenting in October and you are bringing us the same figure. Honorable colleagues, I want to propose that we let Honorable Murudi finish his presentation. We give him 15 minutes, uninterrupted. 10 minutes uninterrupted. He finishes and we do the engagement. Honorable
Mr. Chairman,
proceed.
let me request for this response. Then he can, the Honorable Matia Kaisaija. And would want to, Chairman, get from you that we compare with the certificate of financial implication that the minister has, whether it is the same. I request, sir. Because why we asking like this, there is something that we know.
We are suspecting.
Yeah, there is something. Okay. It's okay, let's see. Chairman, let me compare here.
That one is the fake one.
Yeah.
The correct one is going to be a
Okay. Honorable Chair, the correct certificate.
I want to understand your argument. You see, why I want to depend on the official documents. Let me see.
This one is properly signed again. Even the other one is signed, except as they continued photocopying. You know, that's why it's not very. They are the same.
Is it the same date? Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I requested you, sir.
First colleagues.
The one which was tabled before the house.
That's the one.
No, it is okay.
La polomka Gita lo pono ya ona ya rabe.
Sweet. This is.
We are bad in. So this one here, we want to see.
Whose phone is this?
It is our phone. Chairman, that's committee phone.
Where did you?
Yeah.
Where is that copy?
Give me that. Wait.
Clerk.
No. What is unanswered? Then it will tell us which, because now the one they are showing me has 11 and it is signed on a different date but for the same subject matter. Then now this one from the PS, actually this is not received by the clerk. The one we have is received by the clerk.
Continue, Chair.
Now, what we do, how long does it take for someone to check the answer?
Chair, those two. First tell us what is on those two. Chair.
Okay, wait. Let Honorable, yes. We are sending a staff to check us, for us the answer as we proceed.
Chairman, on the 24th, we were there in fact. Then the minister table. it is 11 billion. I am certain that the one you're having, you're constrained to expose the minister. No. But what you have is not correct. I'm only sure that you're constrained.
Maybe, Honorable Chair, of Finance. And the Minister, I think, is the best person to authenticate the certificate is signed. Yes. And the certificate I received in Ministry of Public Service was signed on the 24th of September. And it's the one I'm referring to.
And that one is signed when?
You see. And it was signed by the Minister of Finance himself.
Was it received by who?
In July.
In August. Are the same. What Honorable Murumkas is presenting from,
Is it signed?
it is the same as the PSCs. They are signed but not received by Parliament.
Our question, Mr. Chairman, sir, where did they get this certificate of financial implication from, different from what was laid on the floor of Parliament? That's what we're asking. How did you bill?
Just a new bill.
So did you table
a new bill was tabled
without
Parliament
certificate?
with a certificate.
It is the same bill that was tabled with certificate of financial implication in Parliament. Unfortunately, Mr. Chairman, sir,
Chair, procedure.
These ones are different from what was tabled in Parliament.
Chair, procedure. Procedure, Chair?
Yes, procedure.
Thank you, Chair. You people leave the chair to listen. Chair, if I've heard the Minister very well, the Minister of Works, Mr. Cheru, you people leave the chair to listen. Chair, the Minister has said this is a new bill, not so?
Yes, please.
And laws bar us to listen to a bill which has not been tabled. Chair, if this is a new bill, has it been tabled afresh?
It has been.
With that, where is the certificate that was tabled?
But it is not received by
It's not received. So how do you say the bill was tabled when it was not received?
Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, even the new bill, it is not signed. Honorable colleagues,
The bill tabled in the House.
the bill is not signed. Is that bill signed, the new bill? It's not signed. Mr. Chairman, is it signed? Honorable colleagues.
Yes.
Which is
The bill.
which is honorable colleagues. No. What we do, honorable colleagues, there is an observation about the certificates. Our staff has gone to the library. In a very short time, she will be back here. I request that we proceed. Mr. Chairman, you are talking us to proceed. Mr. Chairman,
once an issue of law has been raised,
the bill is not signed.
That is as per rules of procedure.
Okay, let's hear from
The memorandum that is presented to the clerk and the UPPP, the publishing house, is signed by the sponsoring minister. That's true. However, sometimes what happens is that when those people go to print, they just print without that signature, you see, of the sponsoring minister. But what is important is that the memorandum is signed. And I know it was signed because I was involved in this exercise.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
I was involved in this exercise of prompting the sponsors of these bills to sign the memoranda and submit them to the clerk and to the printing house. Yes, and I know for sure the memoranda was signed.
Motion. Chair, there is a difference between a memorandum and the bill, about signing the bill. Chair, this is a matter of law. Can we have the bill signed by the author? Then we proceed.
Mr. Chairman, we cannot proceed without signing the
Motion.
bill. We can't proceed.
The legal for the team has come in. The committee now has the floor. I don't know whether
we are not considering the minister. We are supposed to consider a bill. And for it to be a bill, it must be signed and gazetted. So even if it is signed now, it has to be gazetted.
This is a new bill.
It has to be gazetted. Then it gets presentation before us and our rules and the law. Otherwise, the feeling that I looked at it, we agree with the senior minister, but we are not considering your words. For us, we are supposed to...
Before you came, maybe you need to listen.
Yeah. Council, a memorandum is really what it produces in Parliament. The moment the minister, the sponsoring minister, signs that memo, that makes the bill authentic. When it was signed and tabled, it was gazetted, and we can prove that it was gazetted. So Council Sibambi, the bill was gazetted. The new bill was gazetted.
You cannot gazette a narrative. It's a love letter. For it to be a bill to be gazetted, it must be signed and authenticated. So if it is a love letter, a memorandum is almost a love letter. It becomes a bill when it is gazetted. You cannot gazette something which is not signed.
Chairman, I want to agree with the minister. The bill was gazetted, there is no proof. Mr. Chairman, until the minister has given us a signed copy of the bill and then the copy of the gazette, we may not be able to proceed. But I agree with the minister that they were signed, but
actually,
one proof.
The copy of the gazette.
Processing these bills, he assures me that the memorandum of the bill was signed and the memorandum that went to the gazette was signed, and the memorandum which was presented to the office of the clerk was signed. So, and he says that is the most important aspect, the legal aspect, referring the bills. And that normally, most of these bills are signed, are printed without the signature of the sponsor, like this one now.
Procedure, Mr. Chairman.
So, and he has his files.
Procedure, Mr. Chairman.
And even these can be, if you want them,
who has the rules?
So that
before that one, Honorable Chair, I pray that whatever the minister is, that is a private talk, which is okay, but it cannot form part of the what? Justification proceeding.
The little experience I've had interacting with committees, when there are areas which are gray, we proceed and you cause us to bring forth what you think you are not satisfied with or what you want clarification on. Then the PS and we can now go and send to you, for example, the gazette on such and such a date was gazetted, and this will help you to just confirm and proceed to conclude the way the committee would wish to conclude. It should not paralyze. In many cases, some of the issues that may not have been captured in our response have come up here. So usually the practice is you request us and say, you people on this area, you request, go on this area, go and answer this, go and answer this, so that it helps us in our conclusion. That has been the procedure.
Now, you see, what about rules? See how they command us. If they are not expressed that there is a leg room to continue, we continue. If they command us in strictness, then we see what they tell us. Because we could be raising an issue that is not a fundamental requirement for our rules.
But you see, Chairman, there is a contradiction on the certificate. There is a contradiction on
Let's dispose of one.
Yes, I'm trying to build a point. A contradiction has come up on whether this is the certificate or the other one. And we cannot process a bill where we don't have a certificate. So it is different from what he's saying, that some issues you stand over them. This one is a matter of law, you cannot proceed.
Let's hear from Kaberuka. He's reading, I don't know. Kaberuka, Honorable Kaberuka.
No, he's just talking to me.
Chairman, where is the clerk? Let's be orderly, honorable colleagues.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize I came late. But
I must admit, Mr. Chairman, when I came here, I realized that the mood of the members was...
Honorable Segumene, let's be orderly.
Mr. Chairman, I realize I've been keeping quiet and watching. The mood of members is suggestive of an adjournment for probably preparation on either sides. But Mr. Chairman, if I was to advise, if I was to give my legal advice, honorable members, listen to me. No. Honorable members, listen to me. The prerequisite for tabling of these requirements is satisfied when the minister tables the bill for first reading together with all the requirements, and when the speaker is satisfied that the bill so tabled for first reading satisfies the requirements, then the speaker commits it to the committee. Now the committee, our mandate is to consider the bill, and in our report to observe that the ministers brought two certificates that were contradicting, say, each other, or that they did not bring this in our report, swaying our colleagues not either to support our report or to reject the bill or like that. But Mr. Chairman, I have observed that what the colleagues require of these two ministers to table today was satisfied when the speaker committed this bill to this committee. And lastly, Mr. Chairman, I agree. If the members want an adjournment in any form they want to seek it, I agree with them. But to me, in my opinion, as a lawyer, in my experience of 12 years of practice, this bill satisfies the requirements.
Honorable colleagues.
Chair, you have told me.
No. First, wait. It is upon every one of us to listen to each other. You jump out. So how do you want to be treated when you are talking? No. I think let's be decent. But again, when you look at our rules, 117, bills to be published in Gazette. Clause 2, a bill shall be accompanied by an explanatory memorandum setting out the policy and principles of the bill, the defects in the existing to deal with those defects, and the necessity for introduction of the bill. That is answered. That is covered. I mean, 2 is we have it. There is no question about it. 3. No, you see, we started with clause 1, 2, now we are going to 3. The explanatory memoranda shall be signed by the minister or a member introducing the bill. They are talking about signing of the memorandum, not the bill.
Continue.
No, you want the certificate now. So the issue of signing the bill here does not apply.
So even if the bill is not signed?
No, the rules say the explanatory memorandum shall be signed by the minister or a member introducing the bill. Now, how we know this is the other one is because our presiding officer allowed the tabling of this, and that means she had been satisfied beyond reasonable doubt that the memoranda is valid. So, I think that does not apply here, colleagues. Sorry?
has a comment here.
Chair.
So, and I cannot, especially when what we want is, you read it.
Thank you, Chair. Certificate of financial implications. 1.
We are disposing of one, Kaberuka. That's why I wanted us to go to that one after agreeing that there is nothing wrong
but
with the signing.
The memorandum also should be here, because if it was tabled, we also need to have a scrutiny of it.
Where is the memorandum? And we know what the speaker referred to as.
Chair, thank you very much. Chair, my reputable minister, like the bill on agriculture, coffee, nuts and whatever, we have seen a precedence where the Attorney General wrote on 31st of May, but the gazette that was shown to the committee, it shows that it was gazetted even before the Attorney General prepared the bill. So, synchronizing all those, we need to be particular on what are we interrogating. If we need to also to look at that memorandum and share it with the members, such that we see, because we have even looked at the defects in the certificate of financial implications. So, we need to share all those documents and acquaint ourselves with facts.
Did you read 118? Kaberuka, did you read what you were reading? James, you were supposed to read something.
I have read certificates.
What did you read?
Chair, what are you discussing?
Chair, I trust.
Two observations. One is about the certificate. Second is about the memorandum. I would request that we pen these observations, proceed. In our next meeting, we'll have consulted enough to address them in specific terms.
Procedure. Oh, no, Chair.
Chair.
Let's be orderly.
I want to inform you something related to that.
Yes.
Honorable Minister Public Service bears with me. Somebody signing, and they made a mistake because the Minister of Agriculture, I don't know whether he sent his PA or whatever, signed with a different signature, trying to copy the other one. So, it is at this point that we need to ascertain before the face here that this one is defective and therefore rejected, other than keeping them and then they start now fumbling with them and signing other documents, then start purporting to be our own.
Oh, no, Chair, let me add something. You sent an officer with a certificate. They have brought a certificate. But if let them read it to us as what we know, why should we stand over where we have an answer? Because we are saying they are talking about...
Let the legal person got the microphone and explain.
Yes, because Honorable Chair, why we are saying that, they are talking about for the 6 billion, we are saying it cannot be the same bill because their certificate is 11 billion. And so that is so grave that we cannot proceed.
Council,